YouTube Nation? It's your boy Outlaw V2 coming back for another video, man. Don't forget to hit subscribe, man. Tell your friends. Let your friends know about me. I'm trying to spread the good word about the use of gear. All right, today I'm gonna get on my soapbox. I'm a little bit pissed off about some shit I've been seeing on the internet past couple of days. Certain people on YouTube use YouTube as a forum to sell you shit and to sometimes try to promote their own self-interest. I'm not like that. I ain't trying to sell you shit. I'm just trying to provide you guys information, from an experience perspective. One of the things I have a problem with is that someone talking about gear, who's in their 20s, trying to drop knowledge on somebody that's in their 40s. Those two, not saying that age has anything to do with it, like you don't know what you're fucking talking about, but the long-term effects of gear aren't going to be present when you're fucking 25 and you've been using for like 3 or 4 years. You're in the peak health of your life. You're not going to deal with issues that come with abusing gear until probably well into your 30s and 40s. So, that being said, these certain people that use YouTube as their forum to sell you shit, homebrew, they come out with a video every fucking 2 hours talking about the same shit. But again, I feel you got to be qualified to tell people, what it is you're trying to tell them. And on some occasions, I don't feel that those people are qualified. Okay, moving on. So, how old should you be before you start using gear? If you go on any of the steroid forums and you're less than 30 years old, you're probably going to get flamed right out the gate. They're probably going to tell you, you're too young to use gear, you're going to hurt yourself, your fucking dick ain't going to work for the rest of your life. They'll just massively flame you. That's just the way it is. This is how it goes. So, why is that? Well, it's because when you use gear in your 20s, and not saying you shouldn't. What you do with your body is up to you. If you're 21 or 18 and you want to use gear after seeing this video or after fucking watching all them other videos, or you want to buy home brews from somebody you don't know, by all means do it. I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to give you the advice that I would recommend to you. All right, so over the past couple of days, people have been talking about natural limits and how early you should start gear. My personal opinion is that nobody should really touch gear before 30 years old, and there's a reason for that. Because your natural testosterone levels are at their highest from the time you start puberty or you're in puberty, or I don't know, if people start puberty at different times, so we'll just say 18. So at 18, you start puberty all the way until you're like, 28, 29, 30. Your testosterone's pretty peaked. I mean, if you get tested, you'll probably be, I don't know, low 700s, maybe even higher than that, maybe low 800s. I don't know. I never got tested when I was going through puberty or when I was in my 20s. I got tested when I was 37, and I was a 458 before I had done any gear. So middle of the road. The range is 240 to 920. Like, if you see my other videos, you know what the fucking range is. So, use that time to the best of your advantage. To try to get big. I mean, natural limits and stuff like this is reach your natural genetic potential. You're never going to know what your fucking genetic potential is. And granted, natural gains are going to be slow. But here's the thing. You're learning how to fucking lift. Okay? Gear doesn't do shit for knowing how to fucking lift weights. Like, establish a foundation of muscle. If you think gear helps your joints, you think gear helps your bones? Not at all. So, I think somebody should have a good 5 years of lifting experience before they even touch gear. Get your diet together. Get your fucking training plan together. Don't add fucking gear just because you think, I'm gonna take the easy route. Because honestly, there is no fucking easy route. Even when you're running gear, you're still training hard as fuck. But if you don't even know how to work out, you look like a fucking idiot in the gym. So I think you should have 5 years of lifting experience and 5 years of solid diet experience. Like, get your diet together. Because if you use gear and train and eat like shit, you are going to look like shit. Period. Okay? I can't stress that enough. So using gear or not using gear, that time frame before you start using gear is the time frame to teach yourself how to lift and how to know what the fuck is going on at the gym. I walk into my gym at InShape every day, and I see fucking tons of morons that have no clue how to lift. They range from 18 to fucking 80. There may be like 5 people in my gym that I would recommend, bro, you should use some fucking gear because, you clearly know how to lift. You should try some fucking Winstrol. But, again, genetic natural limits, I don't think that's the point. I think the point is establishing yourself as a knowledgeable guy in the gym and know what the fuck you're doing. Now, is it also a good time to pack on muscle? Yeah. You're 25. Your fucking test is cranking. Are you going to grow as fast as if you were on gear? No, of course not. However, you're not damaging your HPTA because I don't care what anybody says. If you do gear, you damage your HPTA long term. Cycling on, cycling off, cycling on, cycling off, cycling on, cycling off. If you don't think that has an effect on your HPTA, you're lying to yourself. So, the one main issue that I see with guys, you go on the forums, and if you're less than 30, you're going to get flamed. So the reason you're going to get flamed is because there's a lot of long-term guys that have done gear and are now in their 40s and are now fucked because they're on gear for life. They're on testosterone replacement therapy. They're on HRT. I'm a blast and cruise guy. I'm on TRT voluntarily. But I chose that route, okay? And I wouldn't want to choose that for fucking everybody because, yeah, there's an expense to it. It's a fucking pain in the ass. I pin all the time. It's not easy, fellas. You think it's fucking all, fucking rainbows and glitter. It's not. So, one other key point I want to make. If you guys are listening to somebody in their fucking 20s talk about when you should start gear, of course he's going to tell you to start early because he hasn't experienced the fucking long-term health effects that other guys have. This person I'm speaking about, maybe they should go look at like some fucking old, well, not even old, go look at some pictures of bodybuilders in the 90s. I can list them out. Nasser El Sanbati, Kevin Levrone, Ronnie fucking Coleman. Who else? Dorian Yates. Maybe you don't know who these guys are because maybe you're fucking in your 20s and you weren't even alive when these motherfuckers were alive. But go look at pictures of them now. These were guys that were massive and they were pushing the envelope 275 fucking pounds on stage, like 4% body fat. Fucking monsters. Doing a ton of gear. A ton. And they probably all did gear fucking since they were 18 because you don't grow like that and become a pro unless you started early. Go look at those guys now. I fucking challenge anybody who has a YouTube page and is telling kids to start gear when they're fucking 21 years old, please go look at some fucking pictures of Nasser. Go look at some pictures of Kevin Levrone. These guys are fucking tiny, and they're all on testosterone replacement therapy just to fucking live, just to wake up and get out of fucking bed. So if that's the life you want, by all means, get it. A lot of these YouTube guys that are fucking doing gear in their 20s right now, this guy specifically that I'm talking about, he looks great now. But I guarantee when he's 45 years old and he's looking at his fucking 25-year-old YouTube page and thinking back to the days when he had spiky gelled up hair, it ain't gonna be the same look anymore, man. It ain't gonna be the same look. So you got to think about your health long term. Don't just fire and forget. Gear isn't like that. So again, my personal opinion on it, they shouldn't touch gear until you're 30. Get some lifting experience. Get some fucking, get some power in your joints. Get some power in your fucking bones. All right? Because Juice don't have none of that. All right? It don't help you with your form. It don't help you with your rep quality. It doesn't help you with your mind, mind to muscle connection. When everyone talks about, that mind to muscle connection when you're fucking doing your reps, you can feel that muscle burning. That's that mind to muscle connection that you need to establish over a length of time. So that's just my personal opinion, man. So just keep the shiny side up, man. Outlaw V2 signing off. You guys have a good day.